Hey, beautiful people, it's Rickita. I'm back with another video. So in this video, I want to talk to you guys about having paid accounts on your credit reports. So I actually got a comment from someone about, what's going to happen if they pay off their account. And I actually want to pull it up here so that you all can actually read it too, because you guys have to understand that when you have certain paid off accounts, they're going to do different things to your credit reports. And I want you guys to fully understand what they're going to do, because I had a client, I was talking to him yesterday, and he was like, well, I want to pay off this collection. And he was like, I got a settlement from them. And they did. It was a nice settlement, if you ask me. It was over $3,000 for the debt. He could just pay $1,300. And I was like, okay, you know, if they can delete it, that can be nice, because some companies may say, hey, we're not going to, you have to pay off at least 60%. Like, sometimes portfolio recovery would like to say something like that. But this company gave them like a nice deal. And I told them, this is a collection. So if you pay it off, it's not going to look as good as if they were to delete it fully, because a collection that's reported and paid is not going to fully like increase your credit score. It's just going to be okay, it's paid, it's less debt. But the point that it's still sitting there, you guys need to get it like fully deleted. But it's some accounts too where you pay it, you don't want it deleted. And I was thinking about that with this right here. So somebody said that their accounts closed, would the limit still be counted, or would they lose it as well? So they were really talking about that kickoff account. So they were saying that when they close that kickoff account, like when they stop paying that kickoff account, what's going to happen when they report it as closed? And I was letting them know that if you close this account, then it will no longer, then you will no longer have a limit included in your utilization. It's like you don't have that account anymore. So basically, what I was trying to let them know is it's not going to still have that limit. Is not going to be there anymore. It's not going to be counted to like your overall utilization. They're going to count this as a closed account. Your utilization is going to only be open accounts. So credit cards that you actually using right now, those are the ones that's going to be counted in your utilization. So if you guys were to close like one of your credit cards and it was a higher limit, you're going to most likely see well, I don't want to say just a higher limit, and you weren't using it, and you got balances on your other credit cards. Like maybe you get an account closed due to inactivity. That's going to very much lower your credit score, because that limit is no longer being able to be used in your overall limit. So, like when I had credit cards, like I told you guys, get the Smile Generation, get the Alpheon, get the Care Credit. Those can give you high limits, but if you don't use them, and in my case, I was fixing stuff on my home, so I held a balance on my credit cards, so I was dependent on these different credit cards actually not being used. I have $40,000 just sitting there, I'm not using, so it helped with my overall utilization. But once they started closing some of these accounts due to inactivity, me not using it, my credit score went down a lot. Because now, if I had $10,000 or $20,000 or $30,000 available on certain cards, because they didn't close them all at one time, but say if they used to close two of them, it was $20,000 for both of them. That's going to take $20,000 out of my overall utilization, and my credit score is going to go down. So you have to take that into consideration when you guys have accounts like this, like credit cards, and you're paying them off. Again, collection paid accounts, okay, the collection is paid. It's not necessarily going to help your credit score, but if you're trying to buy a house and they wanted you to have these accounts paid off, it helps you in that sense. But it's not like you're going to see a great increase. My thing is, when you guys settle with these collection companies, ask them to do a pay for deletion in terms of, hey, if I pay y'all, can y'all delete this from my credit report? I don't want it there at all. That's one of the biggest things. Not just, I'm going to give you the money, mark it as paid in full, or settle for less. I want none of that on there. I wanted to say nothing, because the account is gone. Like, you know what I mean? I want it completely off of there. Now, when you guys pay your charge-offs, again, I think that you're going to get the same effect in like a collection. It depends on when you guys pay off your charge-offs too, depending on how old it is. But again, when it come down to um, charge-offs, collections, things like that. I would rather, depending on charge, I would rather get those accounts deleted, depending on the age of the charge-off. Because if you want to see a great increase to your credit score, then you want to have these accounts deleted. So just understand that. And then, like with your mortgage, your car, when you finally pay off those different things, you are going to see a decrease in your credit score because you have a new closed account. And it's crazy, right? You'll think, oh, I just paid off this account. It's a new closed account. And since that account is now closed, it's not reported every month, it's not necessarily increase your credit score like it have like you have new paid closed account is going to drop your credit score. And it's crazy because it's like, okay, Kita, in what instance is paying off my account really going to help me? And it's honestly the time that I really see that we're paying off accounts and accounts showing paid that I have seen it be beneficial is credit cards that you currently have open. Like, I mean, a great increase. Your credit score don't necessarily always have to go down a lot to maybe go down 5 points, 10 points. It ain't got to be like a drastic 40-point decrease. But I only really seen like you benefit from having a paid account. I only really seen the benefits of that if you were to have a credit card and you had like a higher balance on it. You had any balance on it, and you pay that, when you pay that account and the account is still open, I see the credit score go up. But in the other instances, honestly, having those paid accounts don't necessarily help you in a sense right away. And you have to keep in mind too, when you had your mortgage, when you had your auto loan, that was helping you every month. Just the point that you having a closed account probably bring it down just a little bit, but you got to think about how much that account really brought you up to even take you down just a little bit. So you have to think about that could be a great thing. Now, if you guys have a situation where you are like this, where you're thinking about closing like a kickoff account or an account that you use to really build your credit, I say don't just have those accounts closed, but they're paying for that kickoff account. Make sure you have at least 4 credit cards that's unsecured that you can grow with. And I mean grow with, I mean credit one, to me that don't count. It could be like a foundation, like to get up a little bit, I guess, as long as you don't have no annual fee or very, very, very low annual fee. But like make sure you have like get you a nice Capital One, get you a nice Discover, get you a Wells Fargo, get you a Chase, get you a Citi. Make sure you get those major accounts that can really help you increase your credit score, and companies you never really have to close. You can have them for 30 years. Think about those type of credit cards. Once you have at least 4 of those that think I can rock with them forever. Once you have those, then you think about closing that kickoff, because when that kickoff get closed, it don't even matter because now you have these new accounts that's gonna keep your credit score up there, other accounts reporting, and then you guys should constantly see an increase in your credit score when you pay off those accounts. But if you guys have any other suggestions, say if you saying, oh, Rickita, when I did this, my credit score changed like this, make sure you guys put those different details down below in the comments. And I'll see you guys in the next video.